Thanks for requesting the Food Taqwa PDF. I want to try and give you a bit more of an explanation so you can get the most out of it. So, what is Food Taqwa? Food Taqwa is a set of principles I developed to lose weight without dieting and survive in today's obesogenic environment. It was born out of struggling with my weight for a decade despite dieting and training hard. Mainstream advice of bro dieting and cutting out carbs didn't work or fit in with my culture and lifestyle. And on the left is how I looked when I was always dieting, training over 10 hours a week, and that's the best I could achieve. Now, when I got on a really strict chicken and broccoli diet, I'd lose some, but then within weeks, I'd gain it all back again because I couldn't keep that up. And then on the right is how I look, or how I've looked since, or pretty much thereabout since 2012. That's when I stopped dieting and I started following the principles of Food Taqwa that I'm about to teach you. So the first question is, does Food Taqwa really work? Well, I have 112 5-star reviews to confirm it does. I've got over 30 video case studies as well, with some very well-known individuals, and I would have a lot more, except that a lot of people are quite camera shy. And then you can see these before and after. Now, I'm not showing you this to try and sell you anything or to convince you. I just want you to believe that it's possible, because I think the most important thing I can give you is belief that you can do it. Now, it's called Food Taqwa because just like we need to employ taqwa in all places and at all times to ensure our success in this life and the hereafter, food taqwa is also needed at all times to guard against obesity. And the principles are inspired by religious teachings. Now, if you want to learn more about that, then I have another hour-long video looking at all of the religious evidences related to faith and fitness. Just drop me a message and I can get that out to you if that's the sort of thing that interests you. Now, by employing Food Taqwa, you can lose weight anywhere, anytime, any place without restrictive dieting or cardio. Mankind needs Food Taqwa. Our community needs Food Taqwa if we are to end the obesity crisis plaguing us, leading to ill health, a poor quality of life, and a shorter lifespan. More importantly, we need to end generational obesity so our children can have a better future. Food Taqwa isn't a diet. Diets don't work. 95% of all diets fail. There are no foods that are off limits, so there's no need to yo-yo diet. It's not a case of, oh, I'm on a chicken and broccoli diet, and then I'll be back on the ice cream diet, then you gain weight, and then I'll be back on the chicken and broccoli diet. There's none of that. It's eating with an elevated state of consciousness. It's a lifestyle and a mindset where you are no longer eating mindlessly like cattle, and that's a reference to a verse in the Quran. Now, how does Food Taqwa work? Well, there's 5 steps to Food Taqwa, and Food Taqwa is one of our components of our nutritional coaching. So it goes like this. Step 1 is you need to understand why you are eating. And are you eating because you're hungry? Are you eating to satisfy your whims, or because you're bored, or because you're sad? It's to understand why you're eating, and you should only be eating predominantly when you are hungry, or because you want to fuel yourself for exercise or something else. But the food should be predominantly seen as fuel. Then you need to consider what you're eating. So that's the quality of the food that you're eating. So you want to kind of minimize the consumption of processed foods. The quantity, how much you're eating, because you can even eat healthy foods and still gain weight. So you want to always be mindful of the quantity you're eating. So you're controlling your portions. And here's a pro tip. If the quality of your food decreases, so should the quantity. Does that make sense? If the quality of your food decreases, so should the quantity. Now, the fourth step is you need to think about the immediate impact, the long-term and the short-term impact of what you're eating. Certain foods are going to make you feel tired and lethargic right away. And not to mention, I mean, that's the short-term effect, but the long-term effect is going to lead to get more weight gain, diabetes, heart disease, strokes, and all that sort of stuff. And then the fifth step is to be cognizant that you shouldn't be giving into every whim and desire to eat, because that simply means that you've become a slave to your desires and you're living a desire-centric life. So you become a slave to your nafs, and we should always be in control rather than be controlled by food. And these are the 5 steps like I've mentioned, and you should have that in your PDF. So I mentioned this rule of thumb to you as well. When the quality of your food decreases, so should the quantity. And here's an important thing to keep in mind. Increasing the quality of food and decreasing the quantity will increase the quality and quantity of your life. Just bear that in mind. That's a principle that you want to ingrain. Now, food taqwa isn't the only thing you need, right? Food Taqwa is one part of our battle-tested online weight loss coaching program, which we call the minimalist method, because it's very minimal. You don't need to exercise, you don't need to do cardio, and you don't need to count calories or weigh food, any of that stuff. And we coach you through an entire nutrition, behavior change, mindset, and coaching program, and we can add in exercise if you wanted to. Now, it would be foolish to think you can overcome years of poor eating behavior and miseducation in a 5-minute video, or 7 minutes now. So I invite you to check out my other content. Now, if you want to learn more about how we coach, my journey, and how I overcame 10 years of weight struggles, even though I was going to the gym 5 times a week and dieting hard, I'll leave some links beneath this video. But anytime, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll try and provide you with more resources. And here's some things that some people have said. Look, nutrition is effectively on autopilot, and I'm able to manage social gatherings as required. This brother saying that he lost 7 kg in 12 weeks, and of course this is on our premium coaching program, which again we appreciate isn't for everyone. And he ate burgers, pizzas, halwa puri, and all the rest of it. But he explains how he applied some of the principles of food taqwa. And then another brother, he's saying that it's not a diet or a workout plan, and I could show you a few hundred of these, but I want to be respectful of your time, and I want to thank you for watching. And if you need any further help, please do reach out, and I shall speak to you soon. Take care.